This is Sportscentre.
Hey, I'm Marissa Roberto, and is anyone else still buzzing about that thriller we saw for Sunday Night Football? The Broncos pulled out an OT win over the Commanders last night, and it truly came down to the final play.
Washington for the win. Mariota has it rejected by Benito, and Denver has won 9 in a row.
Absolutely wide open for the two-point conversion and the win, but for Benito's long arms.
Oh, and it gets up too.
Washington was that close to pulling off the upset. Instead, Denver picks up their 9th straight win to get top spot in the AFC. But are they for real? Let's take a closer look at their winning streak. Yeah, they've beaten some quality opponents, but 7 of these wins were one-score games. And in their last 4 games, their combined margin of victory was just 10 points. Even more amazing is that they've trailed at 1 point in all of those games. They're the first team to win 9 straight games in which they've trailed. So are they good or just lucky? I want to say they're good for our boy Luca Celebre, because he really wants this year, and I don't want to take it away from him, you know? Meanwhile, the Patriots also sit at 10-2 atop the AFC and have a chance to overtake Denver for first place tonight. Just like the Broncos, New England has won 9 in a row. And just like the Broncos, there's a lot of questions as to whether or not they are for real. The knock on the Pats has been their strength of schedule. The combined winning percentage of their opponents this season is just .371, meaning they have the easiest schedule by far of the league this season. And they've benefited from it. 8 of their wins have come against teams currently sitting outside the playoffs. But to be fair, all they can do is beat the teams on their schedule, and yeah, they've done that. But teams with a strength of schedule this abnormally weak rarely make the Super Bowl. The Pats are to push their streak to 10 games tonight against another weak opponent. They face the New York Giants, that's on TSN. It's December 1st, which means Canada's Olympic men's hockey roster is officially due at the end of the month. And with how good he's looked of late, there's no way Connor Bedard isn't on that list, right? Coming off a 4-point night against the Ducks yesterday, but is already up to 2nd in the league in scoring, which has got him squarely on Canada's radar as they make their roster. But for how strong of a start he's had, there's a camp out there that thinks he's too young and inexperienced, as he's just 20 years old and hasn't played a single game of NHL playoff hockey. And while both of those things are technically true, we don't think either of those reasons are enough to hold Bedard off Canada's roster. For starters, it's not like young guys haven't been featured on Canada's Olympic roster before. Back in 2010, Canada won it all thanks to a 22-year-old Sidney Crosby and his golden goal. But he wasn't the only young gun that made a difference for Canada in those Olympics, as a 21-year-old Jonathan Toews also came up huge, and actually led all Canadians in scoring. Plus, on the flip side, Canada's decision to leave an inexperienced Sidney Crosby in 2006 off the list arguably ended up costing them, as their 7th place finish in turn remains their worst finish ever by far with NHL players at an Olympics. So, if anything, history tells us they should definitely go with a guy like Bedard, even if he's a little young. But then there's the argument that Bedard isn't battle-tested. That's true, but only in NHL terms. Because if we're talking internationally, Bedard is more than qualified. Let's not forget he had the best showing by a Canadian in the World Juniors just a few years ago, and was pretty solid at the 2024 World Hockey Championship. So yeah, Bedard is young and hasn't won anything in the NHL so far. That doesn't mean he's not worthy of an Olympic roster spot. He's taken a huge jump this season, and has arguably been one of the most impressive players in the NHL so far. If Canada's serious about this being a best-on-best tournament, you can't leave one of your best players at home. That was a really long script, and I feel like some of it was redundant, but that's okay. Just TLDR, we want Bedard. Time now for my favorite segment on yours. We love sports today.
Why we love sports today.
December's officially underway, which for some means Christmas shopping, putting up your tree, getting in the Christmas spirit. For others, it means seasonal trash talk. I didn't realize he was singing Jingle Bells until halfway through that. I mean, I've never seen that kind of trash talk before. It works. It's wholesome. And if you're a younger sibling, it's important to talk trash as much as you can with any opportunity you get.
Good game, buddy. Good game. Good game. 8-0. 1 minute. Goodbye. Goodbye. You going inside?
Wait, that kid went off. I can't. If that was my little brother, I don't know. I would have walked off like that too. That's not cool, man. I can't handle that. Another PWHL season is underway, and you know I love my Scepters. They had their home opener over the weekend. So here's a little taste, okay? Here's like a 25-second of on the go. Let's go, Speedy. Yes, we love watching our sports from home, but if you can go in person, it's that much better, especially when you're a season ticket holder like I am for the Toronto Scepters. This is season 3, so we're getting player intros. Got my favorites in there, like our captain, Blair Turnbull, someone in a Shoresy jersey up front. This guy, another season ticket holder, he's there every single game. Loud AF. We love to see it. We got a jailbreak from Blair. I mean, we just need to introduce this into the NHL. How do we not have jailbreaks? It's so fun. We will see you there next game. So they did lose that game. but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We'll get the next one. The Sabres are in action again on Thursday, and you can catch that game on TSN. And if you want to get access to all that TSN has to offer, today is the final day you can get 30% off a TSN annual pass, meaning you'll get access to the PWHL as well as World Juniors, Super Bowl, NBA, and NHL Regional Hockey Plus, so much more. And the news gets better as TSN Plus is also included in your subscription for extended coverage and exclusive feeds. Go to tsn.ca/subscribe, or if you're watching on Instagram, just click the link below. That's it for today. We'll see you right back here tomorrow, 3 Eastern New Pacific. Have a good one.